Jameson Plakin writes, favorite singer turned actor.
Singer turned actor?
God, that's hard.
Well, I mean, I don't think any of them have really done well. I mean, one of them's got an Academy Award with Hudson. Jennifer Hudson.
She's a great actress.
I thought she was remarkable when she won her Academy Award. I've seen her in a couple things since, and I haven't liked her in anything since. So I don't know if that was lightning in a bottle. Now, you have some singers who've done some kind of memorable roles, right? Labyrinth, right?
David Bowie!
But is he a great actor?
Yes!
No.
No, he's not.
So
I would go.
I'll go with the Jennifer Hudson one. That was probably
She's
the best
good.
performance.
Yeah. I would go Common. I think he's a really solid actor.
Common is actually this is big for me to say about a singer turned actor. Common is a serviceable.
He's a solid actor. He
guy
can do
who's in
drama.
film, yeah.
He can do comedy. And Ice Cube in 21 Jump Street was hilarious. So I don't
Not
know if he's an amazing.
thespian-level
He's not,
acting,
but he brings a lot of joy to my heart and my soul. So that to me is good. But yeah, I would go Common. He's been in a lot of films too.
Dennis?
I would go with Tupac. Juice and Poetic Justice, and he did this movie, I forgot the name of it, with Tim Roth that was not similar. It was a different role than his usual roles that he did, and I thought he was good in that.
In the right types of roles, Ludacris has done okay too. When the right, once
okay.
again, none of these
He's
guys
like an
are
Ice Cube.
thespians,
No.
like by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, I think Ludacris is serviceable. Okay, what's next?
Christopher
like that
Parsons writes, what horror movie would you have loved to be an assistant director on?
Oh, well, we were just asked about our favorite horror movies, and I won't say The Descent because I couldn't go into those
That was
little
terrifying.
horror movie I wish I was an assistant director on. Pass. I don't know.
I'm going with The Shining.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
working with Stanley Kubrick
Yeah.
and just being even like up in the different locations and on set with him, I think would be fantastic.
I'd go the original Halloween. It kind of shaped the genre, and Mike Myers still gives me nightmares, but I love the adrenaline. So yeah, I think
get in
that'd
a
be
lot
great.
of trouble with movie pundit friends of mine when I admit I don't even like the original Halloween.
What?
I know.
How?
Jimmy almost wants to smack me whenever
I
I
do
mention
too.
that. It's just, oh well.
What?
Okay, what's next?
Jai Patel writes, question, while I appreciate that you aren't the target audience, are there any Bollywood films that you've enjoyed?
Hey, don't laugh. Okay, I've never really sat down. Oh, I mean, there was what was the one I just went to go see? What was the name of it? It was just playing an AMC 8 in Burbank. It's not Rush. It's something 3.
Krish?
Chris, thank you. Thank you.
Nice work.
Most of my exposure to a lot of Bollywood film has been clips I've seen on YouTube. There's this amazing Spider-Man Bollywood film that is just like one of the craziest things you've ever seen in your life. It's just amazing. But you're right. It's not targeted at me, but it is such a growing demographic. And I know AMCI, we're going to be talking a lot about AMCI over the next week or two, by the way, but AMCI is embracing a lot more Bollywood stuff. And trying to think of what I can give away. You know what? I've already said too much. Just know that keep your eye open for Bollywood. That's all I'm going to say for now. All right, let's just move on to the next question.
Okay, Dave Coca writes, any graphic novels other than superhero movies that you would like to see adapted to the big screen?
Wow, honestly, most of the graphic novel stuff that I've read that I would like to see adapted to the big screen has been. I mean, I remember for a long time, for me, it was 300. I mean, I thought 300 needed to be brought to the big screen. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. What about you guys?
I'm getting it. 100 Bullets.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting it.
That's right.
That's going to be phenomenal. So I'm really, really looking forward to that one.
Dennis?
I'm on a Brian K. Vaughan kick right now, so I'd go with Why the Last Man and right now Saga, but that will never happen. It's so quirky and weird sci-fi. I don't think any studio would ever make that into
That's
a movie.
why it's awesome.
And they've been trying for so long to get us a Why the Last
Yes.
Man. I
Yeah.
mean, remember Shia LaBeouf was supposed to star in it, and then that whole thing fell off the rails. And all right, what's next?
Desmond writes, what's your favorite musical?
I'll tell you, it's real close. For a long time, I would say Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge to me, is a masterpiece. And I don't use that word very often. It is a masterpiece of a film. But the recent Les Mis too. I ate up Les Mis. I just ate that movie up. So it's close for those two. What about you guys?
I've mentioned my love for Singing in the Rain before.
Yeah.
Big fan. I also really like for new adaptations, specifically film and as well, Chicago. I just think it's such a sexy time period. The songs are phenomenal. I love the way they shoot it, both incarnations of it. So those would be my two, but my list is quite long.
Dennis?
I'd go with Singing in the Rain. It's such a classic, and just all the musical numbers
Debbie
are.
Reynolds.
All right.
So good.
Let's take two more quick ones.
Okay, Luke Smith writes, do you think we'll see the Scarlet Witch in X-Men Apocalypse?
It's possible. It's possible. They had great. I mean, we don't want to get into any spoilers here, but they had great success with Quicksilver.
Did they ever?
So it's, and there's some competing theories about that one screenshot that came out before the movie did about Quicksilver with one little girl,
A redheaded little lady.
And we've heard different theories about that. I'm going to say with how much success they had with Quicksilver, it's very possible. I'm not sure I'm ready to say likely, but possible.
I'd go as far as likely, because all of us were kind of like, he doesn't look great. We're all negative Nancy about it. And then he stole every single screen he was there, a part of the scene. So I absolutely loved Bryan Singer's rendition of this character, and I think it would be kind of a wasted opportunity. And I definitely elbowed my seatmate when I saw the little redheaded girl in there, because that would explain a lot in terms of just the direction they're taking.
Not exactly a twin, though.
Not a twin, but I think because of his powers that could be explained. Because
Sure,
of
we
his
don't want to go into
growth
too much, but yes.
Okay, I'll stop.
I think so. I think it's a character that's semi-well known, and that the fact that Marvel's using that character, Fox is like, well, we own the rights as well.
And we do it better.
They just want to put it in there for the future.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
Batlog writes, what is the worst movie ever?
Well, I mean, look, okay, when people ask me about a list of worst movies ever, I say, okay, let's be clear. Obviously, there's a lot of crap independent film and a lot of crap. I always go, if you're asking that question, I answer it in terms of big, wide release studio films, all right? And to me, there's a handful that always have to be considered, depending on the day. One will be up there. Catwoman with Halle Berry. Battlefield Earth, John Travolta. And the third one of my trinity of puke is Highlander 2. Those to me are the three worst big budget, wide release Hollywood films ever made. Catwoman, Battlefield Earth, The Highlander 2. What about you, Dennis?
For the big budgeted ones, it would be 2, and they're by the same phenomenal director, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, me
The
too.
Happening. Oh
Yes.
my
Yeah,
God.
that
If you
was
know
so
what the
bad.
premise of, if you've seen that movie, you know what the premise of what is the enemy,
Yeah.
it's so bad. So bad.
And a great example of a movie that can trick you with a great trailer, because I thought the trailer
Quality
to The
trailer.
Happening looked awesome.
Quality trailer.
And Last Airbender, that was a wreck. That was I saw that at midnight with a group of all these Airbender fans, and wow.
Tears.
Yeah,
There were tears.
and not tears of joy. In terms of low budget, worst movie ever made, it has to be The Room.
Of
Tommy
course.
Wiseau's The Room.
But that movie's so bad, it's awesome.
Yes, it's hilarious,
Yeah.
and I recommend anyone go see that. Find it if you can.
My default's always Last Airbender, because I was really, really looking forward to it. And you're right, it looked like it was going to be quality, and it was not. And after
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense, he just kept going. The Happening's funny, because even Mark Wahlberg says he regrets making that movie. And actors don't typically do that. So.
George Clooney does about his Batman film. But
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.